In part 1 of Plan It, Shoot It, Edit, I'll take you behind the scenes on all the planning that goes into my Vintage Explorer themed shoot. Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and you're watching Adorama TV, brought to you by Adorama, the camera store that's got everything for us photographers. Well, I'm often asked what goes into one of my Adorama TV video shoots, and in this video, and the one after, and the one after that, I'm going to take you behind the scenes on the entire process as I show you how I plan it, shoot it, edit. You're going to come along for the ride as it happens, and we're starting with the planning side of things. I've got a week until the shoot, so plenty of time to get everything organised. And I need 5 things sorted. I need to know the theme, the outfit, the model, any locations, and gear that I might need. Fortunately, the first 2 I already know, because a while back I was doing a bit of research online, and by research online I was shopping on eBay, really, that's what it means. I found this pith helmet and I bought it, and we've had this knocking around for a bit. A vintage themed explorer, that's my idea. We've already got a female vintage outfit to go with this. All I need to do is to make this pith helmet look a little bit more old and distressed. That's where Sam will come and work her magic in a little bit. What about the location? Now, I could just do this in the studio, that would be simple, but for some reason, I want to do this in some caves. I'm not quite sure. I think I've seen too many Indiana Jones films, but caves would be good because A, they are a great location and they are undercover, which is good news because it's freezing cold and wet outside. So the original plan was to hire somewhere with a great kind of indoor location, but for varying reasons that hasn't happened. A lot of places either wanted too much money, or they just didn't want us there at all, or they never replied to any of our messages. So that's really frustrating. But Sam's come up with a plan B. Plan B looks like this. Hey. These are sandstone outcrops. They are local to us, they're only a few minutes drive away, and they should make for a fantastic backdrop. We really couldn't have hired anywhere better, and the best bit is this is public access land, so no permits, no special permissions, and there's nobody here. Amazing. When it comes to location scouting, there's a few things I need to do. I need to check where the location is, how far away it is to get there, and where I'm gonna park. Really boring stuff, but essential for when you're planning your shoots. Then there's the time of day. We've come up here at roughly the same time as the planned shoot. That's important if you need a gauge for the lighting. Unfortunately, today it's as flat as it comes, the lighting. I can roughly get an idea where the sun will be. I'm hoping it will be sunny on the day of the shoot, but to be honest, I'll take anything that isn't freezing cold, rain or snow. So fingers crossed, we'll have weather a bit like this. Another bit of good news, we've also heard from our model, so we've definitely got Kerry booked for the shoot. That's great. Kerry is a brilliant model. She's used to being a vintage model with us before, and she's really good at dressing up and acting as characters. So great location, well done Sam, well found. This is going to work absolutely brilliantly, so let's head back to the studio and get everything else ready. So it's a new morning and already a couple of problems have cropped up for the shoot. The first one is kind of major. The forecast for the day of the shoot has changed and they're now calling it a polar vortex, which basically means freezing cold, blowing a gale, the worst bits of winter, all over again right when I want to shoot. So we're going to bring the shoot forward to tomorrow. The only problem with tomorrow is the forecast is a little bit changeable, so I might need a plan. I will need a plan C, so we'll get to that. The other slight problem, and it is only a minor thing, but I ordered a parasol, a lace parasol as a prop, except this morning I got an email from the company saying it's out of stock. Now, we've got lots of other props to use in the shoot, so it's not a big problem. It's just a bit annoying. This is Plan C, which is just to do some shots in the studio. I get the confidence then that I've got something to show you in the next video, which means when we get out on location, there's just a little bit less pressure, and that's a good thing. This is something we picked up last year, and it is a solid metal traveling case. It's well over 100 years old, so it's in keeping with the vintage theme of the shoot. And now I'm looking at this, I'm not so sure about the floor. Because I've got this wooden grey that I use all the time, but underneath is actually some floorboards. Right, well there we go. So floorboards. Part of the planning process is to see what the whole outfit looks like. So Sam's gamely volunteered to try it all on. She's put most of the effort into making this anyway, so yeah, that looks really, really good. So I'm gonna have a quick lighting test as well to see if there's any problems with the outfits, if there's anything that shines or gives me any grief. Then it's best to find out now, but as it stands, I'm pretty happy with that. It's also a good idea to take a quick look at some of the props and see how they might work in the shoot, what the model might do with them. So we've got a nice little map of, you're going to look up where you're going, a map of the Lake District. Sometimes the best locations aren't the easiest to get to. There are times when I do wish I was back in my studio. It's a bit of a squeeze in here, but hopefully the shot will be worth it.